Okay, continuing recording, working on week 2 assignments, and I will continue from where I left off. It's question number 16. We are starting with working composition between functions. So here we are going to work f composed with g and g composed with f. Since it's giving f composed with g and g composed with f, that means it's not the same result. It's not going to be like multiplication, that 2 times 3 or 3 times 2. It's going to be different. So therefore, I'm going to start working on every single one of them. Although I mentioned that I will work only on one, but I eliminated quite a few questions, so there are only two questions like this, and it doesn't matter if we solve all of them. It's just practicing problems. There is not much to solve there, so I decided to leave 2 questions and we solve completely. Okay, so let me write down. We have 5x minus 2 and let me see, 5x minus 2 and 3x squared minus 4. So f of x is equal 5x minus 2 and g of x is equal 3x squared minus 4. Let me double check, make sure I did it right. 3x squared minus 4, 5x minus 2. Okay, so let's solve it. First thing, A, we need to find f composed with g of x. What does that mean? That means instead of f of x, instead of x, I'm going to plug entire value of g of x. Let me write down what that means. F of g of x. So let me explain. That means my f of x is 5x minus 2, right? 5. And instead of x, because this piece is x, right? I'm going to plug g of x, which is going to be 5 times. Instead of this x, I'm going to plug this 3x squared minus 4. 3x squared minus 4 and minus 2. So f composed with g of x, it's going to be equal. Distributing 5 times 3x squared, it's going to be 15x squared minus 5 times negative 4 minus 20 minus 2. And result is 15x squared minus 22. Let's check it. Going back. 15x squared minus 2. Oops, that's incorrect. In the equation of f, so what is wrong? Let's go back, check it. Let's go back, double check, see what's happening. So 5 times 3x squared minus 4. 5 times 3x squared is 15x squared. 5 times negative 4, negative 20, and minus 2. Well, I couldn't survive anymore. I was very curious to find out what is the true answer they put in there. And guess what? I saw that instead of 22, I just plug it minus 2. Well, silly mistakes are happening. So math and silly mistakes are going step by step. So I didn't cut this mistake. I cut off and re-record it. I left it there so you will feel comfortable to make mistakes, because that's how you learn. And me teaching gazillion years, I still didn't pay attention. Instead of 22, I put minus 2. Okay, moving on. I will pay attention. Next one, now we're going to take g composed with x. All right? Now we're going to do, this is b. We're going to do g composed with f. What does that mean? It's not the same thing. F of f composed with g never is equal g composed with f, because it's not like multiplication. So what does that mean? That means that I am going to plug f of x into g of x, because that means g of f of x. So it's completely different story here. I did f of g of x, and here I am doing g and f of x. All right, so that means I'm going to plug f of x value, this f of x value, 5x minus 2, plug into this x. Okay, so this is equal 3 times, I'm plugging g, right? We have g. 3 times now x squared, which is going to be, instead of x, I'm plugging 5x minus 2, because we have x squared. Here it is. I put 5x minus 2 squared. And minus 4. Okay. Now, 3 times 5x minus 2 squared. Remember, order of operation, we are raising to power first, and only then do multiplication. So, to remind you real quick, who doesn't remember, a plus minus b is equal a, I'll put different color, plus b is equal a squared equal a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So how much is my a if I compare here 5x minus 2 squared? My a and my b. A is going to be equal 5x, b is negative 2. Okay, let's see what we get. G composed with f of x is equal 3 times, here I'm getting the a squared, right, in this formula here, a squared, which is going to be 5x squared, and then plus 2ab plus 2 times a is 5x, b is negative 2, and plus b squared, which is going to be plus negative 2 squared. Okay, so this is equal 3 times 5x squared. 5 squared is 25, x squared is x squared, minus 2 times 5 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20. Why minus? Because we multiply by negative 2, right? 2 times 5x times negative 2. Negative 20x. And negative 2 squared is 4. Okay, and minus 4. Oops, here I forgot minus 4. All right. So from here, we are getting g composed with f of x equal, so let's distribute. 3 times 25, it's going to be 75x squared. 3 times negative 20x, it's going to be minus 60x. 3 times 4, it's going to be plus 12 and minus 4. So these two, it's going to be plus 8, right? So we have 75x squared minus 60x and plus 8. Okay, 75x squared, let me see, minus 60x minus 60x. I'm going to be careful and double check it so I won't do silly mistake again. I need to move it back. It's not coming back. Well, let me see if it will take it with this space. And we have, what else? Plus 8. Let's see. Oh, okay, it took it, the space. That's all right. Okay, bingo. And now we have f composed with g of 2. All right? See? F composed with g. Instead of x, we have 2. What does that mean? Again, I'm composing f with g, which is this one, right? We get this one, 5x squared minus 22, right? F composed with g, look. F composed with g. So we get 15x squared minus 20. Okay, well, let me write down from the beginning, just in case if somebody get confused. So what do we have? F, let me first write down f g, instead of x I'm plugging 2 obviously, and we equal f. So instead of I'm plugging 3x squared, g value of g of x, plugging into f of x. So 5 times 3x squared minus 4 is 5x, and here minus 2. So if I open up again, I get 15x squared, and then 5 times negative 4 is negative 20 minus 2. That's 20 minus 2. We get 15x squared minus 22. That's the question that instead of 22, I put 2 there. Okay, now since our x is given, x is equal to, I'm going to plug, so f composed with g of 2, it's going to be equal 15 times 2 squared and minus 22. So 2 squared is 4 times 15 minus 22. Okay, 60 minus 22. 60 minus 20 is 40. 40 minus 2 is 38. Okay, let's go do it. Excellent. And same thing, G composed with F of 2. Okay, this is going to be our B. G composed with F of 2. Here it is, our answer, right? Let me write down D. We need G composed with F of, was it 2 we have? Yeah, we have 2. Okay. Of 2, which means we have this, what, 15x squared minus, no, I'm writing wrong one, I guess I'm tired. 75x squared minus 60x plus 8. So I'm plugging these 2 here, 2 squared and 2 here. And what we are going to get equals 75 times 2 squared minus 60 times 2 plus 8. Okay, 2 squared is 4, so 75 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20, 2 in mind, 4 times 7, 28, and 2, 300. We get here 300. I have to say, I don't like the calculator. I don't work with calculator. Very rare whenever I am in a hurry or whenever numbers are too big and I don't want to mess with big numbers. Just take more time, that's all. Because let me tell you, if you don't use your calculator, you make your brain working. But if you rely on everything on calculator, they say the brain is like car. The more you use, it's like sponge. It will work even better. But if you don't use your brain, it's gonna get rusted, right? The car will not start if you won't drive for, I don't know, 10, 15 days in some cases. Well, in best cases, maybe 1 month or something. But it will get rusted, right? It won't start because we don't use it. So I highly recommend to do the arithmetical operations on your own and then check on calculator. That will be the best. If you want to use your brain all the time, get it better. Brain is like that. The more you use it, the better it is. So back to our problem, 300 minus 120 plus 8. So what do we get? 300 minus 100 is 200 and minus 20, 180. 180 plus 8, it's going to be 188. Going back, it's gonna be 188. Bingo, fantastic. Okay, moving to question number 17. So, okay, here we need to figure out if determine whether the pair of function f and g are inverse of each other. What means inverse? Inverse means when we replace x and y and solve for x. For example, let's do on this one. We have here 9x plus 8, and we have x minus 8 over 9. We need to find out if they are inverses of each other. Okay. Solving number 17. So we have f of x equal 9x plus 8. And we have, what else? G of x is equal x minus 8 over 9. Okay, let's take f of x and find the inverse. And we can figure out if we got it inverse or not. So if these two are inverses, then if I get the inverse of f of x, I should get g of x, x minus 8 over 9. Let's see if that's what we will get. So f of x is the same thing as a y. I can write down y is equal 9x plus 8. And our goal is to get the inverse. I have to switch x with y. So result I'm going to get is going to be x here is equal 9. And instead of x, I'm writing down y. And plus 8. See what I did? Just switched. Wherever y is, I switched with x. Wherever x is, I switched with y. And we need to find y from here. To find y, it's pretty straightforward. It's going to be x minus 8 is equal 9y. So I moved 8 on this side and flipped the sign accordingly. So I know you are doing different way, minus 8, minus 8. I don't do that way. I do by following rule. Let me tell you real quick. 5x plus 6 equal negative 7x minus 5. See this equal sign? I treat it as a bridge. Every time any term you move over the bridge, you flip the sign. Let's say this one, it's negative 7. If it's come here, we're going to be positive 7. I have here positive 6 moving here, moving over the bridge, right? Was positive 6 become negative 6. So I don't go with messing the equation plus, plus, minus, minus. You just move over equal sign and you flip the sign. Here it is, positive 8. Positive 8. Moving here over this bridge, I'm moving, so become negative 8. Simple as that. Oops, it jumped on me. Okay, so from here, to find y by itself, I need to divide by 9, right? Because I want y. Divide by 9 and divide by 9. So these two are gone, cancelled, and my y is equal x over 9 minus 8 over 9. Which same denominator is the same. I can write down x minus 8 over 9. And we got inverse. So let's see. I got the same thing, right? Which means these two are inverses to each other. Okay? Next. Let me see. We have to mark down that yes, it's an inverse. Yeah, they are inverses, yes. Now it's asking about f of g of x, which means f composed with g. So in cases like this, when these two of them are inverses, then be it, let me pick this one. If two, okay, here is a thing. When two functions are inverse to each other, like f of x and g of x, because if you take inverse of f of x, you will get g of x, and if you take inverse of g of x, you will get f of x. For such functions, f of g of x, it's going to be equal g of f of x. It's equal x. So the composition f with g or g with f is equal x only and only if these two functions are inverse to each other, which means the answer I'm going to write down is here gonna be x. Let's see. Excellent choice. We know that. And the same thing here. I don't have to do anything else, just put x. Another excellent choice. Now, we need to choose f and g are inverses, f and g are not inverses. Well, we already know they are inverses. Okie dokie. Moving to question number 18. So here we have 5x minus 2 and x plus 6. And we need to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All right? Question number 18. So f of x is equal 5x minus 2. Am I writing down correct? Yes. And g of x is equal x plus 6. So we need to find out f plus g, f minus g, f times g, and f divided by g. We're going to get all operations. So 5x minus 2, since we need to add, so plus x plus 6. And this is going to be 6x, and this is going to be plus 4. 6x plus 4. Let's knock this down. 6x plus 4. Plus 4. Bingo. Moving to next one. Oh, I thought it was asking. Oh, okay. So now it's asking the domain. All right. So we need to answer that question. The domain of f plus g. Since what is domain? Remember, the value domain is the value of x's. What values x's can have. So domain has restrictions only and only when we have division by x, when we have fraction and x in denominator. For example, if I have 3x plus 2 over 2x, for example, then we have restriction. This denominator cannot be equal 0. But we will have a linear equation, right? We have f plus g is equal 6x plus 4. So x can be everything and anything, yes? All right? So this is going to be, we are going to write down from negative infinity. Where is my infinity? Ah, here it is, negative infinity, comma. Where is comma? This one is comma, I believe. And positive infinity. Check. Oh, no, not this one. Here I have curly braces. It's going to be parentheses. Okay, we need to put in here. So it's going to be same answer. It just we are going to put in the right parentheses. It's these parentheses. So it's going to be negative, no, negative infinity, comma, positive infinity, and we close parentheses. It should be this one. See here we have curly braces. It's not In curly braces, you put only specific answer. Let's say 4, 5, and 7. But we are putting range, so we put in parentheses. Interval. Good job. Now we need f minus g. Okay? To get f minus g. Oh, here I have it already. Is equal 5x minus 2 minus x plus 6. So it's equal 5x minus 2 minus x minus 6, right? Negative sign in front of parentheses. It's going to flip every single sign in parentheses. So we are getting this 2 is going to be 4x. This and this is going to be minus 8. 4x minus 8. Excellent. So domain, because we don't have division by x, so the same way it's going to be negative infinity, positive infinity. So we place here parentheses, negative infinity, comma, oh, why it went down? Okay, negative infinity, comma, positive infinity, and closing parentheses. Excellent. Next one, f times g. Okay. So we have 5x minus 2 times x plus 6. So 5x times x, it's going to be 5x squared. 5x times 6, it's going to be plus 30. Next, negative 2 times x, it's going to be negative 2x. Negative 2 times 6, it's going to be negative 12. Okay, like terms, this and this. So result is 5x squared minus 2x plus 18. 30 minus 12, 18. 5x squared minus 2x plus 18. Minus 2x and plus 18. Huh? Did I write down correct? Five x times x, 5x squared. Let's check it. 5x times 6, it's 30. Negative 2x and negative 12. 5x squared minus 12 plus 18. Going back. I need to know what is the answer. Why it's not taking as an answer. $28. Let's go back. Two times 6 is 12. How will I get 28? Something 5x minus 2x plus 6. I'm going to solve again. Five x squared plus 30x. Ah, that's where mistake is. 5x times 6, 30x. Okay. All right, well, we need to do again, I guess, similar. Can we? These silly mistakes go with me. Well, at least, okay, let me show you and I move on. Let me get this answer. I'm pretty sure I will get the answer now. 5x times 6, I'm getting 30 without x. Of course I won't get the answer. So, and here we are getting the answer. So 5x squared plus 28x, like terms, right? This and this, and minus 12. Did we get the correct one? Yes, because, yeah. All right, well, you think only you are doing mistake? Silly mistakes never leave me. It's always there. 5x times 6, I'm getting 30 and drop the x. Good for me, huh? Okay. Next, we need to find the domain. Since we have quadratic expression, 5x squared plus 28x minus 12, and there is no division by x, therefore it's going to be careful, don't get confused with these curly squares. We are going to put parentheses because that's a parentheses express interval. So it's going to be parentheses, negative infinity, comma, positive infinity, comma, parentheses, closing, bingo. And lastly, division. Let's do division. Oh no. So division is going to be 5x minus 2 divided by x plus 6. And that's it. We can't do anything here. So that will be the result. Here it's going to be fraction. In numerator going to be 5x minus 2. In denominator is going to be, let me see, what is original one? Well, I need to look back. Let me see. X plus 6, okay. Bingo. Now, for the domain here, it's going to be different story. Here we have x in denominator, correct? So, how are we going to figure it out, this one? Very easy. So, we need to put x plus 6 is equal 0, right? And x is equal negative 6. Actually, I should put cannot be equal negative 6. Okay? So, what do we have? We have here x cannot be negative 6, which means it's breaking down into two pieces from negative infinity to negative 6, right? Negative infinity, negative 6, right? And it's going to be from negative, so here to negative 6, and then from negative 6 to positive infinity. Breaking down our domain into pieces. Negative 6 cannot be, we put empty circle means it's not included. Therefore, we put this is going to be our answer. Let's do it. So, it's going to be this one. Let's start it. Parentheses, negative infinity, comma, negative 6, parentheses, and then join this sign. It's going to be negative 6, comma, positive infinity, closing sign. All right. Well done. Moving to question number 19. Okay, it's gonna be the same way, guys. F composition of with G composition with X, F composition with G of 0, and so on. So what do we have? I'm going to fly over, not to stop with long explanation since we already did that. I'll just do this so you can watch it. Okay. No. Number 19. I'm going to fly over. So we have f of x is equal x plus 1. G of x is equal 5x plus 1. Okay, so A, f composition with g of x. So instead of x, I'm plugging 5x plus 1. I put parentheses so you will see that this piece is g. Okay, result is 5x plus 2. B, we need to do g composition of f, which means instead of equal 5 times x, instead of x, I plug f of x, x plus 1, okay, and plus 1. So, and this is my f of x, right? All right. I'm using wrong color. Okay. This is my f of x. And the result is 5x plus 5 plus 1. We get 5x plus 6. Okay. See what else we have. F composition of g of 1. Where is my f composition of g? It's going all the way here. So it's 5x plus 2. Well, 5 times 5x plus 2, which is 5 times 1 plus 2. It's going to be 7. And D, G composition with f of 1 also. Where is my f composition? Here it is, G composed with f. Here this is, which is going to be 5x plus 6, right? Here, 5 times, instead of x, I plug 1 and plus 6. I'm getting 11. Okay, so going back and plug in. So let me see. I'm going to take a picture of it, so not to go forth and back, forth and back. So just rush and enter. Okay. We have on first one, f composition of g, we have 5x plus 2. 5x plus 2. B is going to be 5x plus 6. C, it's going to be 7. Huh? Again? 5 times f of g. We have 0. Okay, my bad. I plugged 1 by some reason. So f composition with g is 5x plus 2, which means 5 times 0 is 0, so it's going to be 2. I was plugging 1 instead of 0. Okay, it's going to be 2. Good job. And D, again plugging 0. Now I have to plug into 5x plus 6. I don't know why I was plugging 1. So 5x plus 6, if I plug 0, 5 times 0 is 0, it's going to be 6. Done. Moving to last question. Question number 20. Find the inverse of function 2x minus 7. Okay, let's go ahead and find it. 2x minus 7. It says watch the video. You don't have to watch it. I haven't even opened. I don't know how they explain. Sometimes these videos take you to the woods and leave you there. Make sure you won't get out of woods. So I would recommend just follow the way I solve it and not even go to video. So 2x minus 7. Number 20. F of x is equal to x minus 7, which means if I write down y is equal to x minus 7, because f of x, nothing else, just y, it's y, right? So now I'm replacing x equal to y minus 7. We need to solve to y, for y. So 2y is equal x plus 7, right? Because I move it here, it's going to be plus. And y is going to be equal x plus 7 divided by 2. Why? Because I'm dividing by 2 here, and whatever change I do to one part of equation, I have to do to the other part of equation. So inverse y is equal x plus 7 over 2. Bingo. And lastly, we are going to solve two word problems that is not in your homework but can be in your quiz or test. So here are these two problems. I'm going to mark down with this star. Okay, so what do we have? The function p of x is equal, let me write down, 0.15x minus 43, and models the relationship between numbers of pretzels x that a certain vendor sells and the profit the vendor makes. So we need to find p of so sure here is 2000. We need to find p of 2000. Okay, that is going to be equal the profit the vendor makes from selling 2000 pretzels. So all we have to do is plug as a 2000. So 0.15 times 2000 and minus 43. Okay, so let me see, 2 times 15 is 30. There are 3 zeros attached, and we need to come back to zeros. 1, 2 will be here. So 300. So, and 300 minus 43, 300 minus 40 is 260. And 260 minus 3, 257. That's going to be profit. And the second question, the total cost in dollars for certain company to produce X empty jars to be used by a jelly producer is given by the function c of x is equal 0.4x plus 43,000. Okay, we need to find c of 90,000 for 90,000 jars. So 0.4 times 90,000 and plus 43,000. Let's see, 4 times 9 is 36, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros. Since you have 0.4, 1 decimal only, so I cancel this 1 decimal, I will have 36,000 and plus 43,000. So 36 plus 43, it's going to be 79, and the answer is 79,000 jars. Okay, that's all it is. I hope you understood. If you have some questions, you can contact me right away, and obviously I will help you out. Okie dokie, see you next video.